So I know that I responded to you in the comment section, but I just wanted to bring attention to something, and that's that I know you're saying that it's about the HR 2884. First of all, I believe it was a Democrat that introduced that, and they introduced that and called it the Covfefe Act a month after Donald Trump posted about Covfefe. I've always thought it's regarding the periodic table. I know you think that it has nothing to do with that, and that's nonsense. But then if you look at Donald Trump's archived tweets, he posted 71 times about steel manufacturing and steel. And that's very important because we don't really know all the chemicals because when it comes to Tesla, and then you have all these deaths from these Tesla vehicles, so clearly there's some cheap material in them. And if Tesla themselves, and it's been known, they want cheap labor, okay? That's why they're for the H-1B visas. If they're willing to, treat employees like crap and put them in indentured servitude, all for cheap labor, then do you think they're going to really want the best quality for their cars? Likely not. I mean, if you're somebody that's about excellence, then you want it across the board, right? So it's important to understand that Donald Trump many, many times talked about the steel manufacturing. He brought it back here, okay? Where it's gone since he's been out of office, who knows? I think it's still there, but it's important because of this. Because there's a very big difference between the Chinese steel versus American steel quality. And Elon Musk, he has, a Tesla company, what is it, in Shanghai? I forget. But yeah, he would want cheap material. Well, that's what China has done, is they've created cheap steel. This is why globalism is a problem, because when we have things that are made here in America, then we have Americans making it who want the best for other Americans. And so the quality obviously is going to be better. But not just that, we have standards here in America that are followed, okay? China does not. Some of the dangers of foreign steel, an example of Chinese steel quality issues leading to potential dangers, such as the Oakland Bay Bridge in San Francisco. The lower quality of the foreign steel was discovered in 2013 when a seismic test led to the discovery of 32 faulty rods that had to be replaced. They had been corroding in a large pool of water. This is especially problematic since they practically connect to two major fault lines. There was a big earthquake in 1989. Oh, I was there for that earthquake. I just realized that. Yeah, I remember that earthquake. I was living in outside of San Diego. A big earthquake in 1989 that testified to the Chinese steel, that Chinese steel was poor quality and prone to embrittlement, which is why the rods cracked during construction. 75 panels cracked during the welding and had to be replaced. There have been large numbers of reports of Chinese steel quality issues between 2011 and 12. 8 bridges in China using Chinese steel collapsed. In 2008, an earthquake struck one of the provinces, and in one steel school that was poorly built, 700 children were crushed to death. So it's a big deal that we have America. Now the globalists will say, no, it's all about, oh, sure. Yeah, no, you start doing that, they don't have the same standards. So you want to, especially when it comes to steel, which is why Donald Trump posted about it so much. So in 2023, Electrek says Tesla applied for patents for an ultra hard steel for the Cybertruck. So here's the problem. They're not fully disclosing like what all of it is involved. Like they just say that it's an ultra hard steel. Okay, but that again, so they're getting it from China because again, if people are willing, like Tesla is, to care more about cheap foreign labor, because they get it cheap, then do you think that their vehicles are being made for the the best? No, they just are making them cheap, and that's why there's been all these deaths with these cyber cars, especially the trucks. Elon Musk's steel secrets of the ultra strong Cybertruck and what's happening with the ultra strong Cybertruck. Well, they're igniting on fire. If you go and look at all of these deaths that have happened in its history, I don't even know why these are still being allowed. But we live in a third world country. In one aspect, a steel alloy composition is described. The composition includes Fe, iron, okay, so it's chemicals. A hardness is at least 400 HVs. Some of this is very, very, like the terms, I don't understand it. But the only reason I'm bringing this is it's all part of this electric article that talks about how they're not really sure, like, which chemicals with the Cybertrucks have. We just know that Elon Musk says it's ultra hard. And I know but this is what I was kind of reading from. In one aspect, steel alloy composition is described. So as you can see, part of the composition is iron. So my point is that, first of all, Elon Musk just says it's super hard, but we really, obviously the steel wasn't made here, because if it was, it would have went through a standard process. But he doesn't really tell anybody, but he makes it like it's the secret sauce. Okay, the secret sauce of what? Killing people in EV trucks and cars. And going back to this article, which was from the previous screenshot was from this article, but they said that what they figured out in 2023 was who the company was that Elon Musk had went with. And this is them. It's this Outokumpu, I don't even know how to pronounce it. So they started out in Helsinki, Finland, but they divested to, as you can see, Guangzhou, I can't pronounce it, but China, because everything's international now. So you're not going to get the best quality as you would when you have things being built under the American standard when it comes to steel. This was 2015. What's behind China's cheap steel exports? Which is why Trump wants to do tariffs. Everybody's ripping him apart over tariffs. No, it's the best thing. So we can get away from this global shit. Because you do not want all of it. Because all of this import from other countries, you can't trust that the quality is going to be at its best. I'm not saying not to get anything from other countries, but we used to manufacture steel here, and it was the best. Now we have all of these people heading all these big companies, especially Silicon Valley, and everything to them is about cheap labor. I see that in my own industry. So as America has pushed all of their manufacturing jobs everywhere else, okay, it ruins the American citizens. Then you have all this greed from CEOs in Silicon Valley, and they don't care about quality. They don't care about humanity. They just care about the more money that can line their pockets. So, and this is important, stainless steel, vanadium, cobalt, and iron. That's why Covfefe was talking about the periodic table. It was cobalt, CO, V is vanadium, and iron is Fe from the periodic table. So iron, cobalt, vanadium alloys are used in various applications due to their unique properties, including high magnetic flux density and mechanical strength. Here are some of the specific alloys that incorporate vanadium, cobalt, and iron. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see like the bottom half. They are particularly suitable for electric motors and generators due to their low coercivity and high magnetic saturation. As you can see here under this Fe50, CO50, okay, also an alloy. Adding you can read it. You can look this up or ask AI. This alloy is an example of iron, cobalt, vanadium alloy used for ductile permanent magnets in various electric and electronic devices. And with all these Tesla problems, well, Elon doesn't disclose, as it says here. He won't disclose to anybody what is the ingredients to all of it. It just says it's hard freaking stainless. Okay, Elon. I was talking about the chemical periodic table.